I forgot the tissues again, guys! Alright, we're opening up the doors to Buckingham House. Let's do it. Oh, well, he's okay, but not her. Ooh, golden macaroons.
He is the king.
She is the queen.
The sculptures are also in the wrong position.
Walking away.
I'm walking away.
Stop talking, Coral.
You are going to say yes to his proposal?
Good night, Coral.
You are Rachel.
This whole thing, it just brings their love to a whole nother level. For him to feel like nobody in the world could ever love him, and for her to just love him so devotedly, it's just,
She behaves like a street urchin. She will humiliate us.
Shut up!
She will bring us nothing but accolades.
She looks marvellous. Hello!
I love how unproper young Violet is. Hey, Lady Danbury!
He cannot even face his people. He's finished.
Shut up. Oh, this is so anxiety-ridden.
Keep your eyes on me.
Focus. Don't keep telling yourself you can't do it. I know this song and I can't think what it is. I hope this goes okay.
We thank you all for joining us to celebrate.
What are you looking at, you creepy motherfucker? Do we know what happened
You
to
dislike crowds as much as I do.
Ledger?
Most of the wives at court are older. Once you learn the language, you can have more children. 2 or 3.
Yes.
You
She's
can
like, I already popped
travel
out
with me.
4.
Come back here to England every few years if you're worried about missing home.
Every few
But you will not miss home.
No.
She's like, I'm done with that life. I am done. I did it once. I don't want to do it again.
I cannot marry anyone breathing someone else's air. I do not know any other way. Now it is time that
Like she's free.
learn to breathe all on my own.
You're cute. You'll find someone. Don't worry. Adolphus fell in love after a week. Aw, look at her.
We enjoy hosting.
Good.
Yes,
I have only ever wanted him to be happy.
he is happy.
And say it. Yeah, she...
You make him happy.
Yes. Oh, there we
Majesty.
go. Oh, and she even curtsied and said, Your Majesty. Eat it up, girl. That's your moment. Not only is he happy and does this work, but it's real, and I couldn't ask for more. I know what you need. They're playing Whitney. Oh, they're dancing. Oh, that's so cute. They're like, we know the dance. We watch it like 1,000 times. Why is Brimsley doing it by himself now, though? Where's Reynolds?
Excuse me, sir.
Where's Reynolds?
Apologies, sir.
I thought that was
Her
Reynolds.
Majesty
Where's
has
Reynolds?
visitors.
Are we not gonna see Reynolds with Brimsley? I forgot the tissues again, guys.
We come bearing news.
Oh my god, is she pregnant?
Your Majesty.
She preggers?
Well done. Both of you.
Victoria thinks it will be a girl.
A strong queen is just what this country needs.
He's never been hugged before. I don't think she's ever hugged him. Aw.
Thank you so very much for the...
You refused my brother.
Oh.
Give him hope of union, fate of your family, of all the families recently titled.
I apologize, Your Majesty. I only didn't want to place my burdens on top of your own.
His weight is mine, and mine is his. 1 crown. We rule for the welfare of all our subjects. We are incapable of addressing them. Unless that is what you believe. Lady Danbury.
Ah, indulge.
My sworn commitment to the welfare of the crown outweighs your order, Your Majesty.
She
Fate
might
of too many
be.
rests on us securing your line.
Our line. Charlotte. You and me.
And them.
She said that she wanted her father's stuff. Oh, she put out the crowns. Oh, she put them out.
Those are my
them out.
birthday hats. Your father made them for you.
Yep.
And I used to make them.
That's right.
You
Put
keep
them
them
all out.
all on display.
Come on, Aggie. She knows. Look at her. She's like, I know.
Violet. Oh, goodness, the tea. We should sit. Violet.
Wait, we gotta watch that again. Holy crap. What acting. Look at her face. Look at her face change. From just happiness to wow. The eyebrows, like, whew.
They are lovely. As you say. Cheerful. Yes.
I think she also meant that with like her memories. Like, I want to leave the memories where they are. They were cheerful. Like, we'll leave it at that. We cared about each other.
Grimsley. I'm quite capable of seeing him on my own.
Oh God, here we go. Oh Jesus Lord. Oh, I don't know if I can handle this.
It is me. It is your Charlotte. I have some news, George. Wonderful news. George?
Did he come back to her? Oh.
Just George. Farmer George.
Look how happy she is.
Hello.
Hello, George.
Edward is going to be a father.
Yes.
Our line. Fancy meeting you here. You did not go over the wall.
Oh, he remembers.
I did not go over the wall.
Oh my God. That was such a perfect ending. Oh, hello, Anthony Bridgerton. Oh my God, guys, I think I need to pause this. I can't pause it. I literally think I need to go get a tissue. We're gonna definitely pause on that. Oh my God, look, ew, I have a booger. Hold on. I thought I was gonna cry. Like, I told you I was gonna lose it. But, like, I'm not kidding. I didn't think that woo. I honestly did not think that I was going to cry that hard. Like, that was, wow, that was such an amazing ending. All right, there you have it. The finale, Crown Jewels, Queen Charlotte, A Bridgerton Story, and wow, like, oh my God, I can't, like, good God, I really didn't think. I was like, I know I'm gonna cry, I know I'm gonna get emotional. I really did not think that I was gonna cry that hard, because I know that these characters are just so precious to us, and they're so meaningful. There's so much story and so much love and so much heart in them. And these actors that bring them to life are just so incredible. I mean, the person that they casted for young Charlotte, the way that she learned her mannerisms and like how she like quickly says things and like, but it says them so eloquently and like she'll rattle off like 20 different things perfectly said right after another. Like, she embodied adult Charlotte perfectly. It was absolutely incredible. I fell in love with George. I think he was such a beautiful soul. He was so amazing. And then the love that they had for each other, the love that they shared was just so incredible. So like, and then even all the other characters too. Like, I still have the biggest freaking crush on young Lady Danbury. That woman, she is like God's gift to earth. I loved her. I want to know what happened with Ledger, but we're going over characters. We'll get to that. I loved young Violet and her relationship with her father, and just how like we learned so much about these personalities that we never got in Bridgerton season 1 and 2. It's like a completely different story, but the same story. So I just, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. Like, this was so incredible. It was so good. I can't get over like how good this is. I almost like, I want to sit down and like marathon the whole thing again, but to be completely honest with you, I need a break. I was trying to debate with myself, like, should I edit these reactions for YouTube? And I'm like, okay, for an hour-long reaction, usually for an hour-long reaction, it'll take me like 3 hours to do an edit. And so I'm thinking like, you know, it'll take me a while, but there's only 6 episodes. Maybe I could run through them fast. I don't know if I can mentally handle editing these. Like, I seriously don't know if I could handle having to go through that again right now. Like, I need a breather. Oh my God. So at the end here, we have Agatha turning down Charlotte's brother, and it's 1000% understandable considering who she is. Like, I feel bad for him because he doesn't understand what she's been through or who she is as a person and how she feels now. But look at what she went through her entire, literally, like, there are times where people are like, my whole life, and it's not necessarily your whole life. Literally, her entire life since she was a child has been grooming her to be Lord Danbury's wife. The work that she has had to put in, the children that she has had to bear, the things that she has had to go through. Oh my gosh, like her entire life. Like she said this once, I feel, in a previous episode, and she said it again in this one. I have been breathing someone else's air for my whole life, and now I just want to breathe my own. Like, I want to live my own life. I want to be free of everything. Like, he's like, you'll go to balls, you'll have your duty. Well, I want at least one heir, probably 2 or 3. Maybe we'll come home every 3 years. Like, she's like, this sounds like a prison. I don't want this life. I want my own life. And I have a feeling that what Princess oh my god, I should know, Augusta? Pardon me, I am rather messed up right now. Oh my god, their little fates! I want a picture of, I'm not kidding, I want like a picture of that framed right there. I really think that what the conversation that she had with Princess Augusta really had an impact on the decision that she made, because you know, that was such an awesome conversation too, where she just like shoos everybody out of the room and she's like, get your together, here's some brandy. I admire you. I think you're a strong woman. You gotta brush yourself off, hide the bruises, let's go, get back into the game. I think that had a big part of what she decided in not wanting to get married, because Augustus said, I didn't remarry. I figured out my own path. I figured out my own way. I secured my son's position as king, and here I am. You know, so I think she's trying to say to her, like, I made it work. You know, I made it. I didn't want the womanly duties. I went through that once. I didn't want to do it again. You don't have to either. And it's all because of that conversation. Well, not all, but mostly because of that conversation where she had the oomph to do what she had to do. I also love the conversation that we get here with Violet at the end, where she's got all the hats laying around and she just looks at her, and Violet looks back at her and she's like, let's leave them here. Like, why don't you leave them here? It's a nice memory. I think there's not really much more to say about that, because I was expecting a bigger conversation, but I don't think we need it because the relationship that Violet had with her father was so precious, and he was her protector. He always stood up for her. Her mother sucked so much. She knows what an amazing, kind-hearted, loving, good person he was. So for him to go out of his way to make this hat for her and give it to her, and then for her to have kept it all these years, she knows that there's something special there. You don't need proof of that. You don't need an explanation. Like, that is the explanation. That is the proof. He made her that, and she kept that. And, you know, Violet knows what a piece of mother was, and how terrible she was to the both of them, and she is just, there's no explanation needed. There's no explanation needed, and I love that we got to see all of these moments with Lady Danbury being such a motherly figure to Violet, especially after seeing how much of an ass her mother was, and then she still gets to share those moments with her. So that was just so beautiful. And then, like, her and her father dancing at the end, her waving, like, hey, Lady Danbury. Such a formal, well put together woman now that it's like, you know, it was just really interesting. I loved that aspect of it. Absolutely loved Brimsley and Reynolds dancing to Whitney. Oh, I loved that. Like, they're having their own little moment, having their own little dance, falling in love and staying in love. And it broke my heart when we saw at the end here where Reynolds must have passed because he's not there. He's not there. We never saw him, and they were very much so in love. And so there's no reason as to why they wouldn't have had him there, especially since Charlotte went to go see George at Buckingham House. Reynolds would have been there. And if he wasn't, Reynolds would have came out to see Brimsley. So just to see adult Brimsley doing the dance, like, as if he's reminiscing, like, remembering that moment. He just looked so happy, and he's smiling. Oh, if we could get a spin-off of a Reynolds Brimsley story, I'm fully in. I'm 100% in. I think they were very interesting characters, and I think that there would be a lot of story to tell there, considering they're, like, the eyes for them, right? Like, they're the protectors and the eyes for Charlotte and George, so that would be really awesome. The conversation with Princess Augusta and Charlotte, perfect, to the point. It was such a short, small conversation, but it's like exactly what needed to be said. All I ever wanted was for him to be happy, and you make him happy, Your Majesty. Like, oh, that was perfect. Like, I respect you. I care about you because you love my son, and you make him a better person, and you make him focused and centered, and he loves you. Like, this is more than I ever could have asked for. So this is fantastic. Mission accomplished. Experiment went well. And then we have at the end here, we have one of the sons who's recently married saying that his wife is pregnant, and that they do get their heir. We have a nice big hug from Charlotte, and you can see he's a little taken back by this because I don't think she's ever been that emotional with him or that handsy with her children. You know, like the hugs and the kisses and the love, which is so interesting because you would, again, I don't see her being an unloving mother, but I think it's like what Brimsley said. It's not that she was unloving, it's that she was so hyper focused on George. Like, everything, not only is it like the king, but we need to make sure that he's not slipping. We need to make sure that he's performing his duties. She compensates for a lot of things that George should be doing or would be doing. And in the process of that, she kind of lost the touch of being a mother. I mean, it's almost like with Lady Danbury, that episode with Lady Danbury where she's like, she says to her son, I know you don't know me. Because you know your nanny. Your nanny is always with you. Like, I know you don't know me, but I am your mother. These are your roots. This is who you are. So I feel like with a queen, it's even worse. You know, with the queen, there's even more to do, and you're even more so absent. It's like completely different situation and escalated to another extreme. So I think that was really sweet that he's like, oh, I guess I could hug her. And then last but not least, Oh my God. I knew I was gonna die. I knew it. I knew that I was gonna lose my but man, did I lose my almost gave me like the Notebook vibes where she comes in the room. Now again, as I was saying earlier, Queen Charlotte is very proper. And she rarely smiles, if ever. And she's very formal. And you never see her break that character. But when she's with George, she does. And that's because when she's with George, she's herself. And she's so, so in love that she can't not be herself around him. She runs in, she's so excited, smiling. I have this news. George, George, George. He's in his mode. George, George, George. And then she remembers the moment of he feels safe under the bed. I want to move, but I can't. They can't get me under here. So she knows that he will feel safe there. And that if there's a chance of him coming back and being himself, just George, the farmer George, it will be under the bed. And so the fact that she does this is such a testament to how devoted she is to George and their love and their relationship, and how much she will go above and beyond for him just to have this moment with him and to share this moment with him, and knowing that your son is going to have a child, and our line is going to be continued. I love how they showed these little snippets of, is he just going along with this? Is he just, like, answering her questions? Or is he actually really there? Like, is the essence of him there? And you know that he is, because he says those things, like, our line. Like, he corrects her when she's talking about the second child. It's not your line, our line. You didn't go over the wall. And, oh my gosh, like, the smile that he looks at her and gives, when he looks at her and gives to her, is just so heartwarming, and it's just so beautiful. And I just loved how they cut them in present day looking at each other, and like she looks at him and sees young George, and then he looks at her and sees young Charlotte, but then they look at each other and they see present day them, and the way that they hold their hands, and oh my gosh, it's just her acting, man. Like, again, we don't see this character, we have not ever once seen her act like this to this extent. We don't know this person. This person was not in Bridgerton season 1 or 2. This is Queen Charlotte, and this is who she is with King George. And it's just like, oh my gosh, what an amazing, and look how cute that is. Oh, with their feet sticking out at the bottom, and they're just so happy and smiling, and oh, it's just, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful that they have such a strong love for each other, where it's like, I don't care if I'm the queen, I don't care if you're the king, we're gonna lay under this bed, we're gonna hold hands, and we're gonna just be ourselves and be in love. And wow, what an amazing series. I'm like literally starting to cry again. I absolutely love this. I can't believe how incredible this story was. The characters, the dialogue, the conversations, the emotions. Maybe what I'll do, you know what I think I might do? I'm gonna go through the 6 episodes and maybe just cut like every part I cried. Well, that would be a lot of parts, wouldn't it? Amazing series. I cannot wait to see all the little extra things and the interviews and what's to come for season 3 of Bridgerton. Like, I'm assuming we're not getting that this year, right? I would think it would be next year since we got this, but hey, I'll take whatever I can get. I love this universe. I love this world. I love all of you. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey of Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. I had such a good time. I hope y'all did too. And until the next reaction, so long, everyone. Try and make someone smile today. You never know when you might need it next. Bye. I needed to go get some ice cream.